But what exactly does Chinese medicine include? And how is it different from the Western medical system? How can we use the principles of Chinese medicine in our day-to-day life? I will answer all of these questions in this video, and make sure to watch until the end because I will share with you some of the risk-free tips and tricks that you can use right now. Hello everyone, my name is Marianne. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about Chinese history, culture, language, and lifestyle. If you're interested in these topics, make sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every week. Okay, let's get started. As requested by my Instagram and YouTube community, we are talking about the fundamentals of Chinese medicine today. Chinese medicine is a complete system that has been developed and practiced in China for 3,000 years. Nowadays, more and more people from the Western societies are curious and starting to open up to this ancient system and its methods. I'm guessing most of you know the concept of yin and yang, and I've made a video on Chinese 5 elements. They are the basis of Chinese medicine methodology. But what exactly does Chinese medicine include? And how is it different from the Western medical system? How can we use the principles of Chinese medicine in our day-to-day life? I will answer all of these questions in this video, and make sure to watch until the end because I will share with you some of the risk-free tips and tricks that you can use right now. Now, disclaimer, because the Chinese medical system is old and it only uses natural herbs. As you can imagine, the treatments will take effect much slower than Western medicine. And in terms of treating wounds and infections, Western medicine definitely have more scientific proof and experience. So if you have urgent conditions, please go see a Western doctor immediately. In the modern world, Chinese medicine can be a great tool if used well, as you will discover in this video. But please, don't rely on it to cure everything. First things first, there are some unique rules and general mindsets in Chinese medicine I want to point out. Unlike Western medicine, which fixes the part of your body that goes wrong, Chinese medicine views the body as a whole system. We believe that most illnesses are caused by the imbalance of yin and yang, which leads to the entanglement of 5 elements. As we mentioned in this video, the 5 elements coordinates with major organs and systems. So the main goal of Chinese medicine treatments is to regain and maintain the natural balance. The second mindset difference is that Chinese medicine focuses on treating people before they're ill, not after. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there are 2 brothers who are both traditional Chinese doctors. The younger brother has a great reputation for curing so many patients, but every time when people praise him for his great achievement, he's always saying, no, my big brother is definitely the best. People are naturally very confused. Because yes, the old brother is a kind man, but he doesn't have any successful cases in healing people. They've never even seen the older brother writing a prescription before. So the younger brother explained, the older brother usually goes for walks in the afternoon, and he chats with a lot of people in the village. Because he knows how people's lifestyles are, he can detect some little imbalances and subtle signs even before they show their symptoms. And whenever he sees that, the older brother will intentionally talk to the people and give them some advice. Sometimes it's food they can eat, sometimes it's some exercises they can do, or sometimes just wise words to ease their mind. This way, the villagers are able to regain their balance without even realizing it. The older brother's healing power is in his judgment, his words, and advice, not in treatments or prescriptions. His efforts are in preventing the illness, not fixing a broken body, and that is considered the highest level of Chinese medicine. Of course, we can't expect such a great doctor to protect us every day, but I do encourage you to take charge of your own body and try to do what the older brother did, preventing illness before it's too late. The third mindset difference is that Chinese medicine empowers people rather than overpowers people. Amongst the 10 rules of the traditional Chinese doctors, the very first rule is that the doctor won't treat anyone who don't think they're ill or who doesn't want to be treated, because we believe that there's a connection between the mind and the physical function. So no matter what kind of herbs or pills you're taking, it won't work well if your mind is in resistance and denial. Also, before making a diagnosis, a traditional traditional Chinese doctor need to ask all sorts of questions about your lifestyles. They need to take everything into consideration. So if the patient doesn't want to actively share their life details, it will be very hard for the doctor to come to the right conclusion and come up with the best treatment. Let's talk about how ancient Chinese people view the body system. We believe that there's an energy force flowing inside and sometimes outside of our bodies. That is called qi. It's the life force that maintains our health. There are also 12 energy channels covering our bodies. 10 of them are channels that represent actual organs. The other 2 are general systems representing the torso and mental health. Amongst these 12 energy channels, 6 of them are yin and 6 of them are yang. They work in pairs and have a really complex relationship. For example, the yang channel of stomach is paired with the yin channel of the spleen. This is easy to understand with the common sense, because if the stomach doesn't do the job correctly and digest the food, then the spleen will have a very hard time absorbing the nutrition. On these 12 major energy channels, there are hundreds of acupuncture points. Of course, they are not only useful during the acupuncture treatment. They are more like the energy conjunctions that are crucial for the energy force, qi, to flow through these channels. So if you want to adjust a certain organ, you can massage or press on certain acupuncture points on that energy channel. Does it make sense? Another useful representation of the body is the reflective zones. In Chinese medicine theory, our ears, hands, and feet are specially designed to reflect the whole body system. That's why it's confusing when you have a bellyache and a traditional Chinese doctor will massage your ears, hands, or feet. Now let's move on to the major techniques we have in Chinese medicine. As I said earlier, it's an art in Chinese medicine to maintain the sustainable lifestyle and prevent illness. So the most important Chinese medicine technique is the exercise we do every day, such as Tai Chi and Qi Gong. They're both moving meditations to balance the move of qi by certain routines. The second special technique is called pulse diagnosis. For a traditional Chinese doctor to make a diagnosis, there were no scans or blood tests in the past. They will need to distinguish the root of the illness by taking your pulse. Fun fact, in Chinese medicine, there are 28 main types of pulses. And after locating the problem or imbalance, the doctor can ask you further questions to find out more. The next 4 techniques can be used as treatments for a certain illness or discomfort. These 4 techniques are gua sha, a method of running a hard object along the energy channels. Cupping, that is to heat up a cup and vacuum it on the back. Acupuncture, the technique with very thin needles on the acupuncture points. And herb medicine, that is to boil dried herbs and sometimes animals as a cure. Gua sha and cupping can be used weekly as well if you want to strengthen your health. They are proven to increase blood circulation. Acupuncture can have faster and more obvious effects. It was also used in the past to treat urgent conditions such as strokes. All the herbs are from natural resources, so we say 药食同源, which means medicine and food should come from the same source. So when a traditional Chinese doctor prescribes you some herb medicine, you should take it and also eat the correct food so that you can have the best effect. In addition, the tea we drink is a kind of herb medicine too. Traditionally, the herb medicine should be measured and boiled for a long time, since modern people don't really have the time and patience to do that. We can see a lot of pharmacies selling traditional Chinese medicine pills. They are called 中成药. Most of them are not under prescription, but still, make sure to consult a pharmacist before taking them. Now, as promised, I will share with you 3 little tips that you can use right now to solve some of the health problems. Firstly, if you fall asleep in a weird position and wake up with a twisted neck, or you've been working too long in front of the computer and feeling a bit sore and heavy on the necks and shoulders, you can press this point on the side of your hands, or even rub this point on the edge of your desk. You will feel relieved in your neck very soon because this point is the reflective area for the neck region. Secondly, before a big meeting or a big event, you might feel that your heart is beating super fast and out of your control. In those cases, you can press on the center of your palm because this is the reflective area of your heart. Lastly, I will introduce to you a special cup of tea. Normally in autumn, some people might have sore throats or lungs inflammation, so they cough a lot for a long time. In this case, you can peel a mandarin orange and let the orange peels dry for a day. And then you can break them into little pieces and soak into boiled water. If you want, you can also add some green tea, honey, or dried daisy. This kind of tea is perfect to cure your lungs inflammation and soothe your throat. Congratulations! Now you know all the basics of Chinese medicine. Now let me know in the comments, do you believe in the methods of Chinese medicine? Do you dare to try acupuncture? I'm curious of what you think. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram for more Chinese culture and ancient Chinese proverbs. If you like my way to explain ancient Chinese culture, don't forget to check out my other videos right here. Alright, thanks for watching. I will see you next week.